Hi, my name is Steve Faulkner, this is Real Magic Review, and this is Hocus Pocus. So before we do the actual review, can you do all the good stuff? Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about it. That would be great because there is a load of stuff online at the moment and any help is gratefully appreciated. And can you check out cardmagiccourse.com? That's the thing that kind of runs this at the moment. It's a great way to support the channel and an extensive library and growing library of card sleights and tutorials, all taught by me. So that's cardmagiccourse.com. Right, this is an odd thing, isn't it? Because it's not a magic trick, it's kind of not a magic book. Well, it is a magic book, and I saw this at Blackpool, and I didn't buy it because I kind of had, I was very good at going, no, I've got enough now, I'm not going to get any more. And then I saw Richard Wiseman show The Seance, which was so good. I just thought it was wonderful. One of the best things I saw there, and was very tempted, but I just went, no, walk away. And luckily I got hold of a copy. This is, it's a comic. And when I saw it, I think part of me was kind of like, this comic, and it's going to, what it's going to be in my head was a load of magicians. That one of them is probably a bit arty. One of them can tell a story. Obviously, Richard knows his stuff. They put together this thing, and I kind of went, nah, it's not my kind of thing. And I'm glad I got sent one because it isn't that. It's a comic. Feels like a very substantial comic. First of all, almost like a graphic novel, just because it's a sturdy thing. And it has 3 stories, and the idea is that the theme of this one is mentalism, and there are going to be further issues of this. And we have the story of Washington Irving Bishop, which kind of plays out like a kind of tales of the unexpected Twilight Zone, but it's a true story, which is really dark and quite, the way they've done it is very, very funny. But he comes to an untimely end, and it's a story about that. Then we've got the J.B. Rhine and the idea of where the Zener symbols came from, and the story of him exposing psychics or getting involved in the research of psychics. And anyway, I'm not going to give away too much because there'd be no point in reading it because they're not long stories. And Ask Alexander, we know Ask Alexander, but who Alexander was and his kind of slightly shady history, and being the richest, one of the richest performers on vaudeville. And again, that doesn't really sell it to you, but the first thing I kind of noticed about this was it was a good read. I kind of half expect this not to be. I thought, yeah, okay, it's a beautiful comic, and it is beautiful, and I love graphic novels, so straight away I look at it and go, it's a really nice thing to have. But I really enjoyed the read. It was really enjoyable. I got really into it. I took my time with it, as I always do with a comic or graphic novel, because they are quite short. I kind of spent a couple of days, read one story, a couple of days later read another story. But what it has got is, as well as the brilliant art by Jordan Culver, I don't want to get these mixed up. Rick Worth was the writer, and the colorist was Owen Watts, and they have put together something that is a genuine comic. It's not what I thought, and you do get this sometimes, do you, where a couple of magicians get together and they go, you can draw, we can make this. Now this is, this is what they do as a job. There's work from Huffington Post, BBC. 14 times. These people do what they do as a job, and they've done this to put this together. And of course, Richard Wiseman, who is the presenter of this and the creative consultant of this. And then you've got Will Houston, David Britland, all these people who got involved in it. So, and it kind of feels like that. It feels like a passion project. It's also got these magic tricks hidden in it, and these really cool little bits where it's got like a cold reading thing, turn to page whatever if you're this, and you read a thing that's a bit of cold reading, and then explains cold reading at the end. It's got a few magic tricks that you do yourself, so you go through a process on a certain page, and you can actually take that out into the real world, and you can have you can set it up so when someone comes to your house, you say, hey, read this, and there's something set up in your house. That's not going to make any sense whatsoever. But what I'm saying is you can get the trick out of the book and into the real world. And which is, again, a really cool thing. And my son really liked this because it kind of ticked that box of, when I show him a magic trick, he kind of go, here we go again. But I'm like, look at this. And he liked the art of it. And we went through the whole thing. And he got a kick out of that. So the good thing about it is it's beautiful. It's a genuine comic stroke graphic novel. Feels like it's a professional piece of work. The art is stunning. It looks brilliant. It reminds me, I used to get a comic called Scream when I was a kid, which was a really dark comic actually for kids, and it really reminded me of that. It kind of very nostalgic, the way it's set out, the way it kind of flashes back the story, which I really, really liked. And I think for those of you into comics and into your sort of books and things like that, it's a really nice thing to have. On the bad side, not on the bad side, the thing that's not going to do it for everybody is a comic. If you're not into comics, if you don't like that thing of opening a comic and enjoying the art and that sort of thing, it's not going to do it for you. It's not a magic book. It's a book that provides you with magic, but it provides you with that experience of reading a comic. But I really liked it, and what I'm really surprised at is I went on the website, and you can actually read this for free. I'd suggest you buy it to support it, but you can go and read it for free just online, but you can buy it for £6.95. I mean, it's nothing for something like this. And if you are a collector, you know, then you wait for the next one to come out. I really hope that it's been a while since the first one came out, and I'd like to see more come out, and it might be a quarterly thing. And obviously the situation at the moment with COVID is very challenging, but there is another one coming out soon. I'm really looking forward to it, which says a lot. And of course, the second one has came out yesterday. I'm editing this now. I recorded it like last week. So the second one is out and the links will be below. And I want that thing of having, you know, like I did with my screens. And I used to have a thing called Murder Casebook, which is, again, serial killers. It doesn't say much about me, does it? But I like I'd like one of these to be full of these. I think it'd be a really nice idea. So support the project. Go and check it out. All the links will be below. And that is Hocus Pocus by all those very talented and very clever people.